All right. Hello, everyone. Ready for this I Spy Invitational match. This is a week 2 match, right? This is still week 2, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm joined in the commentary booth here by ReadyBan.
Hello.
Hello. And on the left, our first competitor today, the one and only Maljack.
Hello, hello.
And the man that needs no introduction, Funderful.
Hey, that's me. Nice.
There you go. Okay, beautiful. I think you guys know the drill. You got the world files ready. So why don't we get right into it? You can begin in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck, good luck.
Oh, okay, cool. Command took a long time to go. I should have prepped the bot first. It was like not ready for me to start. Okay, cool. All right. The runners are off. We'll start my timer here. For Seed 1, Maljack versus Funderful, this is going to be their village seed. A little bit of an interesting one. There's a little bit of a double blacksmith situation going on, which normally could mean a lot of different things. In this case, probably just gonna get an iron pick. We don't want to make it too easy for him, right, ReadyBan?
Yeah, and 1 diamond for shovel potentially, and that's it.
Yeah.
The rest is pretty much useless.
Yeah, giving him a free iron pick. It's kind of nice. But
I mean, you could get some armor, maybe a sword in case you fail the 1 cycle for the pretty end, but I don't think that's gonna be the play.
There's also, we see Maljack checking out that Ruin Portal. Does have 2 gold swords in it. Unfortunately, no looting. Sag, here at ESI, we don't just give softballs. We give tough seeds. So there's
These runners are very, very strong. They need some challenges. We
They
cannot serve everything on a silver plate,
So
it has to be a little bit spicy and difficult.
This overworld has that village we saw. It has kind of a far buried treasure. Don't expect players to go to that one because the village is kind of nice. And there's kind of a far ruined portal, which has some nice stuff. It is completable, so maybe we'll see him use the ruined portal. And we see Maljack checking out the nether here. And let's see, there is a choice of bastions on this one. There is a closer treasure bastion, but it's a bit buried, and not a lot of players like the treasure too much. And there's a further housing bastion. And there's a pretty open fortress, so we'll see.
I am wondering, let's go back to the overworld. It is very close to a sea or an ocean. Any treasures, maybe, that could be worth checking out?
I think the closest buried treasure is about 300 blocks away. So it's not the worst. I mean, honestly, though, buried treasures have pretty much everything you need. You could get gold armor, all your iron tools, some diamonds, plenty of food for the run. So in a 10-15 minute run, honestly, a buried treasure 300 blocks away is kind of decent.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the village with the iron pick is probably just the easier route.
Probably. And yeah, we see Maljack checking out his courts for the portal. And Funderful found out a bastion. I think it's the same treasure. Is that the case?
Yeah, I think there's only 1 treasure and 1 housing. Hopefully, we'll get to see him look for the housing. A lot of players, I think, unless you've scouted hundreds of these or something, a lot of the time you kind of look for the closest bastion and then look for a fortress right away. So it's common to just miss bastions once you see the first one. I think it's in the opposite quadrant, but the housing bastion is definitely playable here.
Also, every time when I see a treasure bastion, I wonder if there's something interesting in the lower part of the bastion that could potentially change the route for the seed. You know what I mean? Maybe some nice looting sword or some interesting items that sometimes are down there. But I haven't seen the runner checking the lower part yet, so maybe we'll never find out.
Yeah, I could say for this one, unfortunately, there is no looting sword, but I am doing a lot of these seed finding. I'm selecting a lot of the seeds, and let me tell you, if I find a seed that has a looting 3 diamond sword in lower treasure, you bet I'm going to put it in there. I'm going to make it work. Even if the rest of it doesn't look good, you know I'm going to put that in there to force players to do it. So, knowing me, I think, yeah, players may want to take a look at those chests because, yeah, I would do those.
It could save some time potentially overall. Anyways, we see Funderful back in the village. Maybe looking now for more shipwrecks or maybe a potential treasure that we already found out it's gonna be 300 blocks further away. He's maybe no, I think he's just revisiting the places and trying to find the best routes and the overworlds at the moment. Making sure that he remembers everything, every single detail that could potentially make a difference. And oh, he's actually checking the treasure. Interesting. 2 TNT. 3.
Yeah, debating there. I think this one is, oh, it's very low on iron, but I think there's a few iron in that shipwreck as well, so it's possible to go ocean here. I'm a big fan of pirate in general, pirate strategies. I love taking to the ocean and just forgetting these silly villages, you know? Villages are so 2020, you know? But in this case, the comfort of having plenty of food so that you can pearl around, the comfort of having extra beds so I won't mess up my one cycle and I can always blaze bed in confidence, kind of sometimes takes priority over the ocean. So I think even I would go for the village in this case.
Probably. You want to make sure that the distance, the space that you have to travel during the run is the absolute minimum. It's something that sometimes we runner forget, is that you actually need time to go from one place to another. Most of the times, unless you pee. That's actually a thing. You can try to run really quick, but there is a limit. So at some point you cannot go faster. You need to go with your constant velocity from one point to another. And yes, that means that it is good to have everything very close, and that might lead to the decision to not go for that treasure.
Yeah, and we see in the meantime Maljack just went away from his exit portal, but this is his original spawn portal. But if you notice, Maljack was actually building his portal on the leg of that fortress in a very convenient spot. It is actually a very, very close nether exit from the blaze spawner. So I didn't label this one a sub 10, even though the village is kind of nice. The bastions look pretty nice, and the fortress to nether exit is very short, just because there is a bit of travel to the bastion and to the fortress. Otherwise, this could be a very fast seed. You have to throw one pearl to make your portal on the leg of that fortress, and it is a pretty easy exit.
Yeah, but even if the terrain, sometimes it's a little bit difficult. We have seen runners doing some insane routes already in this tournament. I think there was one match that I also happened to commentate where Davey was playing against Minecraft, I think, where the terrain was really, really difficult, and for some reason he managed to be on almost sub 10 minute pace on that seat. So you never know. Those runners are well, sometimes have some surprises for us, you know.
Mm-hmm.
The way they play are very unique.
So I check in general most aspects of the run, pretty much all aspects of the run, including just checking out the end and stuff when I'm looking through seeds. The one thing I never check though, is blaze rod drops. Antoine is very curious, so I think he typically checks them and notes it, but I like to have one surprise in my run. So the blaze rod drops are vanilla RNG, but both runners will have the same blaze rod drops. So it's possible if this is like a 5 for 5 seed and it's a 2-eye or something, that just saves so much time. on the run, but I don't think either of them have checked Blaze Rod drops. They have less than a minute left. I think I saw Funderful checking barters, but we will all be surprised with the Blaze Rods this time.
Also, I wonder when runners might start checking for second ring strongholds, because sometimes it could happen that those portals have some more eyes, and that could potentially save some time if the terrain is very good and the runners don't need that much time to invest to go to the second ring in the nether. I think that could be an interesting idea for some runs, maybe.
Yeah, and we'll see players get better and better with their scouting techniques as they do more and more. We've seen people come over from the iWin tournaments, have a lot of experience, and scout these seeds in like 5 minutes, and they have plenty of time to do a bunch of checks on like strongholds. But if you've only done this a few times, there's a lot to do in 10 minutes. As we see here, both players exiting the world and starting inside the village. Ooh, going for the same hay bale. Ooh, nice. Love to see it.
Neck and neck. All right. So, yeah, both going for the same stuff. Thunder already in the blacksmith. And Maljack here going for a little bit of wood at the beginning. And now looting most of the loot from that blacksmith. Going for the pans, both of them actually. I think that was a misclick. And the pickaxe and the diamond for the shovel probably. And a stone axe, and he should be ready for the golem.
That's a really nice start. I always kind of underestimate how much getting an iron pick off spawn really does for the run, but man, just being able to mine 2 logs instead of 3 and then a bunch more. 2 logs gets you started with all your tools essentially with an iron pick, because you can get the stone right away. And yeah, both players by the 40-second mark already have a bed, a hay bale, some food, full tool, diamond shovel, you know. So man, iron picks just shave like an entire minute off the run, to be honest. It's kind of crazy.
I totally agree. It is huge. And that being said, we see Maljack already killing the iron golem. It's funny how the villagers always, for some reason, want to see how their protector is getting murdered by the player for some reason. I still don't understand that mechanic. It's fun to observe. That always happens. And yeah, he's on his way on to the nether. And Funderful, I think, crafted a boat and is going to the sea.
Okay, interesting. I mean, he definitely has all the tools he needs. Iron pick. I feel like buckets. I think Funderful did spawn a nice lava pool right under the ocean here. So he's boating to the lava pool instead of Maljack, who's running. But I'm not sure what he intends to gain. Maybe just TNT from the buried treasure to get blocks? Maybe that's it?
It could be, and the iron from the shipwreck. I think he did not kill the golem. He's going for the iron
Okay,
from
cool.
the shipwreck. And some gold for golden helmet, potentially. And yeah, the treasure is not that far. I think he's gonna go to the spot. He remembers where it is, and he's gonna go for the TNT. There we see it.
Tons of gold, yeah. Yeah, so I think Maljack's gonna be entering maybe like a whole minute before Funder, I'm gonna be honest, but Funderful's gonna have a huge advantage with blocks, which it's very easy to forget how powerful blocks are for helping you get around the nether and speeding up your run. And he's going to actually be ahead on gold. So he's going to have to mine 2 gold blocks, probably less than Maljack will in the Bastion. So it's going to look like he's behind, but he has a lot going for him.
Yeah, you could use 1 TNT for blocks and maybe use 2 TNT for the blaze spawner. Could that be an interesting idea? Or just using a bed would still be the better strategy? What do you think, T-Wag?
Beds are faster. You can use double TNT and 2 planks, or 2 TNT and 2 nether brick. It takes a little while to set up. Unfortunately, neither the bed explosion or the TNT, if it kills blazes, actually gives you blaze rods. Did you know that?
Oh,
Yeah,
I
it
did
really
not
sucks.
know that.
Some
A
mobs
player-
are
a
coded.
player-
Yeah, some mobs are coded to when they
Okay.
die, they always drop their loot, and some mobs it has to be a player or a wolf.
I never
Blazes,
noticed that.
yeah, Blazes it has to be a player or a wolf, so TNT actually doesn't drop blaze rods, not even with flint and steel. No, yeah, it really sucks.
Yeah, I remember the game tracking like how mobs die, like approximately, and if it was killed by a player or not. I think if you lighten a TNT and you damage a mob, the mob understands that the source of the damage is still the player, unless you use a button. But yeah, I did not know that the explosion of our TNT does not provide this essential item called Blaze Rod once it kills the blaze, actually. Nice to know.
Art asking yet another question in chat that no one's going to respond to. Maljack looking pretty solid. A lot of pigs on this Bastion route, with plenty of obsidian in the chest. Unfortunately, I don't think Maljack... Did he check treasure gold block positions? I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure he didn't check trades, and I don't know if he checked gold positions, which in a treasure bastion is actually huge. Maybe he did, though.
Judging from his movement, sometimes it looks like he did not check, but you never know. Maybe I just don't understand their mechanics, you know. Maybe they checked. We will know later. But yeah, it seems like at the moment that he's getting a ton of gold, and it doesn't look like he's missing any gold blocks.
Yeah, actually, it's treasure just has all the gold blocks you could ever want there.
All right, so he should be fine. As a reminder, the runners they have extra instructions for what parts of the bastion they must loot in order to be secure about all the items they need for the run. And in this particular bastion, it's just all the gold blocks of this part and the chests, and then they should be fine.
Did you catch what Funderful just crafted, Ready Ban?
That was too fast.
It's a beautiful item. It's so beautiful. Funderful has crafted a bow. Oh, I love it.
It's even better than a fishing rod. It's a bow.
Oh, you love to see it. Ranged weaponry in Minecraft. Who would have thought? Multiple uses. It gives you a very consistent dragon fight, taking out any variance in the amount of time it takes to kill the dragon. Still waiting for a bit, but yeah, Funderful actually has plenty of blocks because of that TNT. He has a lot more utility than Maljack, so I'd say this is very close. Funderful seems to be behind, but I don't know. I think he might actually be ahead, to be honest.
Yeah, there's a huge list of items in Minecraft speedrunning that are very overpowered, like boats or water buckets, and I think TNT is one of those items. It has so many functions. Oh no.
Oh, Maljack throwing a pearl, hitting a ceiling, falling to his death. You're not a true Minecraft speedrunner if you haven't hit your pearl on a ceiling and died at least 100 times. Let's be honest. You gotta play fast and risky, and that just happens. That's sad. That sucks.
It happens to everybody from time to time, unfortunately. Yeah, he has to restart the run at around 10 minutes. Is it 10 minutes? No, 8 minutes, right? Yeah,
about 8 minutes.
He could still catch up if there is some unfortunate event for Funderful. But of course, Funderful should have a huge advantage right now. And he doesn't know that he's on a lead, but if he plays the safe, he should take this home.
Yeah, we saw him miss one blaze rod there to the lava, at least, but not going to be a big deal. I would assume he has plenty of food. Blaze Rod drops look pretty decent this time. Plenty of beds. He got so many beds from that village.
Now he's cleaning the inventory. That's very nice to see. Using that spare time for other tasks that he could perform simultaneously. He's starting to increase the performance of that spawner, but he doesn't have time. Blazes spawned immediately, and he is going for the rods. Very good drop rate so far.
Yeah, 4 already. I'm not sure how many eyes he has and how many blaze rods he's looking for, but could have been done just about now. Yeah, he did. Losing that one blaze rod. Oh, he's getting so many spawns though. Wow.
He should be ready. 6, right?
Yeah, he's got the 7th one. Just in case. You never know.
Too much RSG. He played too much RSG.
Hey, we've seen runs die because a runner accidentally throws an eye at the portal room, so
oh yeah,
could happen.
All right, using TNT to bridge, it hurts a little bit, but yeah, it's gonna be fine. He still has 12 obsidian. Did I say TNT? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Left for the portal, and he is out.
Not nether traveling on the leg of the fortress, but on top. That is, yeah, as we would assume, put him on the surface here. He is going to have to dig down. Oh, you'd love to see a gold pick here. Gold picks are so valuable. Doesn't look like he has one, though.
Yeah, but it's still going to be fine. It's better than a stone pick. If you compare it to other RSG versions where you rarely have an iron pick in your inventory, having an iron pick in this case, it's a huge bless. So he will be there eventually, very soon. And on the other sides, we see Maljack entering the nether right now, and it looks like probably it's not gonna be enough this round for him, but maybe he can catch up next round. But I don't want to jinx it. Funderful still has to kill the dragon. Let's see how he performs.
Oh, I didn't know that's bad. I thought I tested it and it didn't drop blaze rods. I guess TNT with flint and steel counts as player damage. I thought it didn't, but I guess it makes sense. And all right, Funderful in the end here with a bow and arrow at 11:10. If you play a bow and arrow end fight correctly, there is almost 0% chance if you shoot the crystals right away that your end fight is going to take longer than 3 minutes. The average is right at 2. Interesting idea to pillar up here, get a better vantage point on the crystals. I mean, not a bad idea as long as the dragon doesn't knock you off. Should be pretty quick. Why not?
Yeah, it shouldn't take longer than 2 minutes from my experience, at least. At some point, I have to admit, I want to do like a little study on the astronomical.
God, wonderful. Okay, maybe that strategy wasn't the play. Because every time you shoot a crystal, the dragon has to strafe you. So you have to keep pillaring up. And he was getting so high up, the dragon was about to hit him. And so he was kind of panicking, got hit with the got hit with the fireball. Maybe that's definitely not the play. I mean, better vantage point, but like, oh no, you hate to see it. I mean, could have pearled to save himself, maybe water bucket. Oh, Funderful taking a death, and I think this is just gonna go to sudden death. If Maljack can enter end and be ready for a perch, he will get at least some head start.
To be honest, Funderful only has to enter the end again, and he still has 7 minutes to nether travel. So I'm a believer here. I say he might be able to come back, and as we said, he has a bow and he has arrows, so he will not rely on a perch, and maybe will be able to finish the game in under 20 minutes, even in this situation.
Yeah, for people saying,
and of course, sorry, go ahead.
For people saying Lil W bow strats in chat, if you would like to enter the end, maybe do 10 practice end fights with no bow and arrow, and I'll do the same 10 practice end fights with bow and arrow. I'll beat you 9 times out of 10. How about that? How about that little challenge?
We need to do some sort of study here.
I am actually
show
in the process of doing a study because there are so many people that have no idea that bow and arrow exists that I have actually started to do a statistical analysis of different end fight techniques. And yeah, I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt, bow and arrow is going to beat your no bow and arrow any day of the week. So,
you know, there's no way I'm not gonna believe you in this case. So yeah, and nice to see that, to hear that there's some work going on in that matter. And that being said, I think Maljack has pearls and is going now to the fortress. He still has 5 minutes to get the rods and potentially finish the game. And Funderful, he got some wood and is trying to find his second portal, and it's not that far. There we see it on his screen.
yeah, that's true. This is actually surprisingly close. They do only have 5 minutes, but we saw the blaze rate drops were actually pretty decent. I think it was probably like 6 for 10. So Maljack will probably be out of here in about 90 seconds. Funderful has such a rough... Oh no, the fire ate his momentum! Oh, the fire tick stopped his momentum mid-air and shot him straight down to his death. Oh, Minecraft damage mechanics, dude. Oh no.
Okay, this one is a tough death. I still say that it might be... It's very likely, but maybe there's a tiny chance for Funderful to come back. Yeah. It's gonna be very tough. We will see though how he's gonna... Maybe he should use that creeper to get some blocks. Never mind. That one? No. Okay. Whatever. There we go. Once again, a third time. To the Netherlands, and Maljack, he's getting the rods, and might maybe be able to go there very soon. How many rods does he have? I see one there. He's gonna blaze pit. Front blaze pit? Yeah, there we go. Nice to see.
Yeah, a little bit late in the cycle. I think he already has like half of his blaze rods. Or does he only have one?
I think he only has one.
Oh, okay, never mind. Then yeah, good blaze bed. Love to see it. Increasing blaze rate spawns by a lot. Oh.
I remember there was a little study that we did with Duncan. Actually, he did it. I was just there. Where he found out that it's actually more efficient to start mining the front part of the blaze spawner instead of starting to mine around, because players were doing that the whole time. You remember?
Yeah, I think he came out with an original one that said mine the ones directly out next to the spawner, and then he did another study and found the front 6 were the best. Slight optimizations, but yeah.
Yeah. All right, and Maljack is nether traveling. I still don't know exactly what the term for this is. I'm just gonna call it nether traveling.
We keep switching. I switched to Antoine's scouted travel, but he also switched to mine. So I'm still going scouted travel now, which I'm okay with.
Scouted travel is this.
Yeah. And Funderful going through his part. Oh, but Funderful has to go down still.
Yes. I should probably maybe craft oh, okay, that's gonna be risky. Is it working? It seems like it's working.
All right, Maljack entering at 1823. Technically, with the high roll, can do it. Funderful entering at 1831 again. Both of them can actually just barely do this. Yeah, it depends on their timer, because my timer started on one of theirs, and I don't know how much stream delay we have, so we'll wait till about 20 minutes and 15 seconds or so. But one of these runners could actually do this.
Bless RNG. What happened to that? Why is there lava in the
Yeah,
Funderful?
Funderful got lava bucket and instead of water, so he just put his lava bucket out there.
Oh, okay. All right, so yeah. Now I would probably just wait for the perch and not shoot the towers anymore.
It's perching for
And we have a
Funderful. It's an
perch.
instant east-west. Is he ready? It's perching for Maljack north-south. Funderful misses it because he just picked up his items. He's not ready for the instant east-west. He's not ready for the setup, and Maljack gets it. Oh my god! 1945. He's got 10 seconds to go. I can't believe he did it. What? Oh my god, Maljack takes it. And Funderful dies.
No way.
Let's untap him here.
No way, this just happened. No way.
Food.
Oh my god, what a run
my
from
God.
both of you. Congrats to Maljack for actually
Oh
taking
my
this with
God.
14 seconds to go.
Sheesh. Oh, jeez.
Oh,
Jesus. That was bad.
Wow.
What happened? What happened to you, Funderful?
Well, I was trying to take out the towers, and I built my own little tower to reach my arrow shots and stuff. In the
Yeah,
end.
yeah.
But
Uh-huh.
I didn't land the fall because I only had one extra pearl left. So
Oh, no
I didn't wanna-
way.
yeah, I died. And,
Oh, that's tragic, man. Oh,
oh well, that's okay. It was fun.
yeah, no. I can't believe I've made it. I was thinking because I died leaving the bastion, I like jumped off through a pearl but just fell to my death. I was like, oh,
Oh.
no. It was like 7 minutes in or something. I was like, I don't know if I can make it, but just barely, just
Oh,
barely.
Nice.
Oh,
Well,
I
GG.
can't
Good
believe
stuff.
Oh,
Yeah, GG's. What a
Yes,
match.
GG's.
Coming in at the buzzer. And yeah, chat, we're going to go to a quick intermission and be right back with seed number 2. welcome back, everyone, from our quick intermission. Hope you had a good little break. We are back for seed number 2, Maljack versus Funderful, and wouldn't you know it, everyone's favorite time. It's the Monument Seed. This is going to be a good one. One of my favorite Monument Seeds. So it's going to be a good time. Everyone's happy for this one. And yeah, so for the Monument Seed, before moving, when you load into the Scouting Seed, locate the stronghold or use an Eye Vendor, and the direction of that first stronghold will tell you the intended direction. There will be a monument somewhere en route, and it should be mostly ocean. So with that, you can begin in 3, 2, 1, go. Good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Okay. You're muted and deafened.
There we go. Let's see.
Oh, Funderful
Let's,
immediately. Why does everyone do? Everyone just wants to move immediately, guys. You have to locate the stronghold first. It's everyone's first. It's my first instinct too. I want to just move around and look all around. But you gotta locate the stronghold first. And I hope they're both going to the same one. It looks like
It's the speedrunner's instinct, right?
Did
to
you
start moving, collecting your items, and just going to the end?
Did you catch that little special item that seems to be in Maljack's last item slot, Ready Pan?
I did not, but maybe you want to educate me. What is it?
There is a ruined portal about 150 blocks off spawn, and that ruined portal has a pair of gold boots enchanted with Depth Strider 3.
No way.
Yes,
No
randomly came across this one. Yeah, it is nearly impossible to get a lead. We would also need a mansion off spawn, which is not going to happen. So still can definitely speed up your route if you know how to use it with dolphins.
Yeah, we all remember that spectacular run by K4 Y4 with the mansion and the Death Strider boots. That's most of us saw on Twitch or maybe on YouTube. It's an insane run if you get those combinations, and Death Strider alone is still very, very nice as well. And it seems like Funderful did not spot those items. He found a monument though, I believe, and he is in the stronghold already. I think he's thinking about going to the stronghold and entering the nether there, which is a good play. I believe if you know where the stronghold is. In random seed glitchless though, trying to find the stronghold first, I think is not that good actually, because you start. Yeah, your path to the stronghold is mostly not like very straight. You start going a little bit to the right and a little bit to the left, and you could argue that that could potentially lose some time. But I think in a set seed situation, maybe going to the portal room and entering nether there immediately could be a good play, depending where you spawn in the nether.
Yeah, I think it's a decent idea. And oh, Funderful, is he gonna see it? Oh, wait, yes. What's his reaction? I just want to see his reaction. Oh, he's like, that's kind of nice. Oh, he's like, all right, now I'm interested.
I think we got a pog there.
We got a little pog champ face. Nice.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, yeah, now I'm listening for this seed. Okay. So yeah, it is a little bit awkward. There's a little bit of land at start. I do like checking this stronghold early on monument seeds for a couple reasons. Maljack making a weird. What is he doing with this portal? Maljack, what are you doing? I
think Maljack knows about the new dimension that they added at 1.16 secretly. So there's a new portal that teleports you to a new dimension.
It's just all water. But it's a full water dimension.
Right. Nah, he's going to Nether, obviously. And he spawns, obviously, in the same spot where Funderful spawned. He sees the fortress right away. And I don't think there's going to be any bastion. You just go to this fortress and You want to try to find out the best spot to trade with the piglins with the gold you got from the monument.
Yeah, this one's got a really nice fortress, kind of wherever you spawn from the line from your spawn to the stronghold. There should be a fortress right in view, and it's all surrounded by crimson. There's a little bit of lava there. Oh, and checking the blaze rate drops, they look quite nice. Never mind, they're completely average, as that's what it tends to be.
They started nice and ended up, yeah, like you could witness on the screen. Anyways, yeah, so maybe it's interesting for the viewers to know that also in the monument scenes, the runners are not left alone. They have some very precise instructions how they should start routing the seed. We already saw that once you immediately spawn in the seed, you should locate your stronghold. And after that, the runners should start going in that direction, looking for the monuments. To make sure that they will find the monuments, because we know that the ocean is very big and there's a lot of stuff in the ocean, and sometimes you might go to the wrong direction, right, T-Wake?
Yeah, it's I always spawn in the world and do a locate real quick to make sure that the spawn position points towards the intended stronghold, because if you try to locate a monument, it will almost never tell you the closest one. This game is not the best sometimes, and it will point you towards the closest loaded monument, usually in the opposite direction. So yeah, we do have to kind of guide them in the right direction in order to get these monument seeds to work. It looks like in this case, they've both gotten it right. You are guaranteed to spawn in only Crimson and Nether Waste biomes, so you should be able to find at least 2 to 4 piglins pretty reliably within the first minute of entering the Nether on your way to the fortress, and there should be no close by bastions. I believe in this seed the closest bastion is 400 blocks away, so it is possible. We don't limit them on the strategy. They can definitely do a bastion strategy if they want, but the seed is intended to be the best strategy is monument, so kind of hope they do.
Wasn't there a thing with piglins like some months ago? We don't see that very often anymore because normally top runners only go for bastions nowadays. But wasn't there a thing with boats and piglins not despawning? Maybe you want to use that threat in this situation when the fortress is a little bit far away and catch some piglins very early on, put them in boats and let them trading while you're scouting the fortress or running through the fortress in the actual run and going for the blaze rods. What do you think, T-Wek?
Yeah, there's a couple methods. The safer ones just take longer to set up, so it's kind of how kind of fast / risky you want to play it. But if you put a entity like a piglin in a boat, if you give a piglin gold armor or a gold item, you can make like a gold sword or gold hoe actually, and give it to them, and they won't despawn because they're holding what's considered an important item. They won't despawn, and they'll continue trading as long as you have them rendered in. So my favorite is the simple, just you put a boat down, get 2 piglins, put the gold right next to them, make sure they trade once, and then you just go. It's fast. You already have a boat because it's a monument run, so it's nice and easy. The best way to do it to prevent baby piglins from stealing the gold is you put down 2 blocks on a flat surface, a slab with your gold on one of them, and a boat on the other one. That's kind of the most efficient setup. That'll guarantee that the 2 piglins that jump in a boat will always be able to trade the gold. Any adult piglins that also spawn will also all be able to get that gold on top of the slabs, but any baby piglins will not, and so you won't lose a single gold ingot to baby piglins.
Yeah, now that you mention it, I think that was the setup that I saw some months ago on your YouTube channel, by the way, when it was a thing. So yeah, maybe we're gonna see that setup here today. And that being said, there's not that much time left for the runners for the scouting part. There's barely 1 minute and 15 seconds for the remaining time, and we will see them running very, very, very soon.
Oh yeah, one thing we forgot to mention was the amount of obsidian. It's actually really useful in a monument run to check the trades right off the bat, so you know if your route is going to be nether travel or not. You can also get obsidian from rune portal chests from the fortress, which you're going to be very close to a fortress. So it's nice to know if you get, 7 to 10 obsidian and you can kind of route around it. But it is rare, and I don't think Funderful got 10. He is just checking the blazes now.
Yeah. And why is Maljack using an Ender Eye again? Maybe he just blinded? I mean, nether traveled or something similar? Or is he starting again? Just starting all over just to...
Yeah, tracing the route maybe.
Yeah. Alright. Oh, there's an interesting question for you, but I'm gonna wait for the countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. There we go. And they started.
And they are off. Maljack Funderful seed number 2, the Monument seed with Depth Strider 3. You'll love to see it.
What are we gonna witness in this run? Very, very exciting. Death Strider 3, a monument. Runners will go to the strongholds first, potentially. And here comes the question that I had. The gold room in the monuments, they are not always in the same spot. I learned that when I started trying to go for some ocean strats in 1.14. Is there any pattern that the runners could do in an RSG scenario to find out where the room is? Because I'm not sure if the runners checked where they have to dig.
It looked like Maljack actually pointed to it, so I think Maljack might know which position it is. But there are 4 different positions the gold blocks can spawn in. There is a kind of standard route where if you check one of the middle 2, at the same time, you're not only checking that spot, but you're checking the further position behind you. So you're essentially checking 2 positions at once. If the gold blocks aren't in either of those positions, which is 50-50, then you have the other middle spot to check. If you miss that, then you know it's in the last spot. So essentially, you can do 2 checks to get full information on where the gold blocks are. Seaskull actually came over to 115 after his 1.7 world record for bit and did some optimizations and actually came up with a strategy where you can mine 3 blocks in a middle position and swim down, and it'll actually tell you which one of the 4 positions the gold is in immediately. So there's a way to do it. It's a little lesser known, and no one really runs monuments anymore, but it is a thing.
That is true. Not in this category though.
Yeah.
And as we are saying this, Funderful is using the doors to go for the treasure. Diamonds, TNT, bunch of iron foods, and he goes for the diamond axe. That hurts, but it actually does a little bit more damage than an iron axe, so I can understand why he might go for that weapon. I honestly prefer though to do a diamond pickaxe. It's just an item that I use more, but maybe I'm wrong. What do you think, T-Wag?
I think it's actually dead even for me. I would almost always prefer diamond pick in 116, even in a monument run, because you actually save. It doesn't seem like a lot, and we see Funderful zooming here with the dolphin. We see Maljack zooming with the Death Strider 3. You love to see it. Yeah. Oh, the joy on their faces. Oh, it's great. So the diamond pick is going to speed up your monument mining gold by a little bit, by about a second. It's going to speed up you mining the blaze spawner by a little bit, and if you need extra blocks, it's going to get you that faster. But I think Funderful's saving getting some wood potentially in the nether, getting crimson wood, so the axe is going to help him out there. And it's going to technically speed up his blaze fight by a small margin. So I'm actually okay with getting the diamond axe here. Yeah, it does the same damage as an iron axe, but has a slightly faster cooldown, just ever so slightly, so it can barely increase your blaze fight.
The damage per second is a little bit higher, as far as I remember.
Yeah, just a bit.
Yeah, and now both runners are on the monuments. Very, very similar pace, getting that gold. I hope none of those of the runners are gonna get dunked.
I like Funderful mining the top 4 blocks first so that there's water fills up the cavity so you don't have to deal with water flow. It's a very cool one, but yeah, both runners zoom in. Maybe Funderful not quite used to the Depth Strider 3. It is really hard to control your character with Depth Strider 3, to be honest.
Yeah, similarly to when a dolphin is close to you. Sometimes it's difficult to control that sensibility. It can go very, very fast and quick. All right, 5 chunks by Funderful now. Is there a second monument maybe? Or why the decision of going with 5 chunks? 60 now.
I think it's to force spawn dolphins closer to him. So in monument runs, when you already know where everything is, your nether entry, the stronghold, the monument, you can keep your render distance on, 3 RD the entire time is smart. That way you don't have to change it. And it force spawns dolphins more. But I think he needs to physically see where different landmarks are. So he's raising it up and down. And yeah, Maljack in the end portal room at 5 minutes. Wow.
Incredible pace. We will see how long it's going to take to get the items that he still needs. For completing a speedrun, you essentially only need 3 things, to be honest. You need blaze rods, pearls, and beds. All the other items, if you think about it, are plus. So if he gets pearls and if he gets those 3 items, to say so, he could leave, and maybe are we gonna see a sub 10 monument run? You think that's gonna happen?
I mean, could be. Power of monuments is that you're doing 2 things at once, essentially. You're trading for pearls at the same time as you're getting your blaze rods. So it's always theorized they can be really fast, but so on paper, definitely, but in practice, Crimson and getting piglins to trade is a very difficult technique that no one has mastered. So we'll see how they deal with it.
The true thirds, I guess.
Crimson.
And that being said, Maljack in the nether, hitting some piggies there for maybe just to go through. He doesn't need actually the food.
Ooh, he's got 4. That's really nice.
He's going for the boats. Let's go. But he's not going for your setup. He's just chilling with the boat.
That's fine with me. I mean, he's got 5, so those 3 piglins will run back and forth and trade occasionally, while the 2 piglins will continuously trade in the boat. I think that's a fine setup. I mean, it's fast. He's in and out. If you have 4 piglins consistently trading and you get a 1 minute 45 blaze split, kind of the fastest you could think of in this scenario, they'll be done trading. So you really want to see that 4 piglin number at least. I think he's in a great position.
I'm just wondering right now, can you open a chest without a player?
Wait, can you open a chest without a player?
Yeah, it's like if it's possible to get how to say
to get the piglins to re-aggro on a certain position.
Yeah, exactly. If that is a thing.
Yeah, Hopper. No, I don't. Yeah, I think even if you could somehow open a chest with like redstone or something, I think they only aggro on the player's position on opening a chest, so there would have to be a player there.
I was just imagining like a redstone clock with a chest constantly aggroing, piggies and having gold there, but yeah, never mind. All right, so both in the fortress, getting the blazes, and they're on very, very similar pace. I am not able to tell you who is actually ahead. I think it's impossible, to be fair. And very nice to see that there's a second spawner. And the only difference that I can tell so far is that Funderful had that wither skeleton but it's gone now. And yeah, they should be out very soon.
Funder only had one piglin in his boat. Yeah, we did see Funderful checking trades where I think Maljack was running a bit out of time at the very end. So I think Funderful does know exactly how many pearls he needs, and I don't think he needs all of the trades. And Maljack, very good blaze rod rates, leaving on 5, still has his golden apple and a shield, playing it very safe. And yeah, should have pretty much all of his items traded. Is that it? Does he have enough string? Let's see. Let's do an item check. It looks like he's pretty confident. Yeah, it looks like he is out. He's flying. Oh, Hoglins, no, run, dude.
Hoglins are the worst. And out at 10 minutes ish. Is that correct?
Wow, yeah. No sub 10 monument run today. Very close though. Nice seed. Coming in very close, entering another around 10-minute mark. Assuming he's got... Oh, he left with no string! Oh, Maljack hovering over his string there. Does he have... He's got 3 beds. Does he have 1 anchor? And can he do the 1 cycle with what he has?
That is going to be very, very, very
He
risky.
has 1 anchor, 3 beds. It is very possible. Has Maljack studied up? Has he practiced? You would assume most top runners would know how to do this if push comes to shove. It's not common, but you would assume they would have at least practiced it a little bit. So all eyes on Maljack here. Yep. Doing a good win anchor setup. Throw out of bed, Fungineer.
And also Funderful is leaving the Netherlands, going to the strongholds to enter the ends. Wait a little bit longer there. And he has 4 beds.
And that's a pretty fast purge. About a 1.5-minute dragon fight here for Maljack if he could get it. Oh, doing the bet first because the right side. I love it. He knows what he's doing. Oh, that 3rd bet was so weak. Oh, no. Oh, he triggered the anchor on the opposite head side, which was perfect. But the 3rd bet did no damage. Oh.
And resetting.
God, Funderful entering the end. Does he have more beds? Oh my god, that would have been a sub 12 monument run. Oh, Maljack.
I think if you reset at 17 minutes, it's pretty much a forfeit. I don't think Maljack will be able to come back to this. Very, very unfortunate event, but we see on the other side, Funderful trying to get an ender pearl from an enderman, the way how it was originally supposed to be. You get the pearls by killing those mobs.
Back in my day.
Yes, back in my days. And yeah, he's waiting now. 4 beds, 1 pearl, high rolling for the purge, obviously because there's no possibility for them to get any arrows or bows here. And I think the dragon is cycling on the right side, and we are gonna see a purge soon.
Yeah, Maljack having to reset because he used his explosions in the end. I mean, he technically could have just swam there, boated there, and killed some sheep, but yeah, resetting and Funderful getting a perch here. Only 4 beds. I don't think he set up any anchors, although he should have at least 1. Hopefully he's comfortable enough with his 4 beds. First 2 look good. Ooh, very nice damage on the 3rd.
Very
well
nice
played
technique.
from Funderful. Tragedy from Maljack. Oh, Maljack actually having the slowest normal Bastion run, tournament best time. Could have had the tournament best monument run. Absolute tragedy. I will undeafen him now. Welcome back, guys. Congratulations to Funderful and absolute tragedy for Maljack. Oh
No,
no.
it was close. It was close.
Wait, can we have details? What do you mean tragedy? What happened?
He
Oh,
entered
just the.
entered the
No,
end
you go
a
ahead.
minute before you and had one anchor 3 bed. And
Oh.
the 3rd bed just for some reason dealt like no damage and he just barely could
Yeah, I'm not
finish.
sure why. I'm not
Oh,
sure why.
Yeah.
But unlucky. Unlucky.
Oof.
Maybe I was too late or something. I can't quite
Oh,
remember.
jeez. Okay. Dang.
Couple frames off. Yeah, it was a really fast run. Maljack played it just
Yeah, no, it's
very
good.
well.
Yeah,
That was
question
awesome.
though.
That's right.
Did you do Death Strider 3 strats?
I did. That was
Good,
really
good.
fun. I don't
There
think
we
I've ever had a that in a normal RSG run, so that was hilarious. Just like grabbing a dolphin, getting the boat for 2 seconds, grabbing another dolphin, and just zooming. That was fun. That was fun.
Perfect.
Yeah.
The
hope you
only way
guys-
to play that.
Hope you guys enjoyed that one. That was my
Oh,
favorite monument one.
Oh, yeah.
It was a cool one.
Thank
Yeah,
you for
that's
saving it for us. That was great.
You're very welcome. I thought I'd give you a good one because you're gonna hate me for the next one.
Oh my.
Chat,
Okay.
you won't want to miss this next one. We'll be right back for
Oh,
seed
no.
number 3 in a sec. I'll see you then. right, welcome back everyone for seed number 3, the wild card seed of Maljack versus Funderful. The runners had fun last seed with the Death Strider 3 monuments, so this one will be a little interesting. They might boot up the world and think, do I have the right world file? Yes, you do. Trust me, it'll be fine. Yeah, you guys are amazing runners. I have complete faith in you. And so with that, if we're ready to start, we can begin the scouting in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Good luck, good luck.
Good luck, good luck.
Thank you.
All right. Well,
I am terrified to see what this is gonna...
And
no.
It's our first Badlands seed of the I Spy Invitational. There are no trees around. Ready, man? It is a Badlands spawn. There's no trees. There's nothing. Ready, man? What a terrible person would give 2 runners a seed with nothing around.
I was expecting something fancy, like an igloo or some kind of fun village or something.
It's the exact opposite. There's nothing except kind of a nice ruined portal here. In a Badlands spawn, you're desperately looking for wood. You're desperately looking for food. There's not much to go off of, but the one saving grace is there is a ruined portal underground right next to a lava pool. The play here is a tough one. You run to the ruined portal, gathering sticks along your way. You grab either a tree or some wood from the mine shafts on the surface. Get your basic stuff. Get into the nether with the golden carrots. And in the nether, it is an instant bridge bastion spawn with the blaze spawner 1 pearl away from the bridge bastion.
Yeah, I was just wondering that exactly there are mine shafts in mesas where you can get 2 very interesting items. One is wood and the second one is potentially food in form of chests, which can be very, very handy. And since it's close to an ocean, there's also the possibility to look for shipwrecks to get your wood. And last but not least, you can get your sticks from the bushes that are all over the place. You can get a lot actually, because in Badlands, usually there are a lot of bushes on the floor. So yeah, I would go for sticks in form of that, and the wood I personally would go for the mineshaft. That would be my personal choice. Me also being total new to the situation. I was not expecting to see this, but I'm glad to see. I like the fancy, I like fancy stuff. I'm happy to see this.
Yeah, you're never gonna see anyone PB from a mesa spawn that has no trees in a very, very wide area, but
there is a tree.
There is a tree. It is several hundred blocks away, and I don't think it's the correct play. It is a play. There are plenty of surface mine shafts in the mesa, and so you're used to having to run to a tree to start your run and get 3 logs, right? 3 logs will get you some sticks, a crafting table, you can make your wood pick, and you can go. There's plenty of stone here. But in a mesa spawn, if you just have mine shafts to deal with, you can gather all the sticks you need for the entire run on the ground in the form of dead bushes, and then mine 7 planks from the mine shaft. Instead of 3 logs, you're mining 7 planks, but that will get you a wood pick, and then you are off to the races with stone tools. There is Crimson right next to this bridge bastion, right at the foot, so you can get all the wood you need from the Crimson. There are 5 golden carrots right off spawn in a ruined portal. If you need more food, you can get hoglins from the Crimson. So the seed looks terrible at first glance. It looks completely unplayable. You'd reset it immediately, but actually one of the faster seeds in the tournament. But you really, really got to use your head and get creative with this one.
I mean, the Nether is just beautiful. It has a fortress in the Soul Sand Valley, which could potentially save you a lot of time if you reduce your render distance to 5. We have seen that before, right, T-Wag?
Mhm.
We have a bridge bastion very, very close to the fortress, which is just waiting there for you to get the gold and trade it for pearls, strings, and fire S. Maybe if you want to go for fire S first, I don't know. Maybe there's some route where you go to fortress first. I have no idea. And yeah, as you said, there is that ruin portal. Did we see it on one screen actually already?
I think
I
there's
think we did.
2. I think Maljack used the one with 5 golden carrots, but Funderful traveling to a different one, and I think spawning right next to the blaze spawner, which is not really what you want. You want to probably do Bastion first in this instance to make sure you have fire res, because that is an open Soul Sand Valley difficult fortress. So that would be tough to do that one first.
Yeah, and just as we are seeing the bastion inside the Soul Sand Valley, I'm thinking if it also I don't know, changes the amount of piglins that spawn in a bastion, because it interferes with the mobs that spawn in a fortress, right? But does it change like the amount of piglins you get inside of the bastion? Is that a thing?
So there are Bastion piglins, and there are other mobs, which includes piglins. Bastion piglins, if you actually go into the structure blocks in the code, there are set blocks they look just like normal Bastion blocks, just like Blackstone, but they're actually piglin spawn blocks. And each one of them has, I believe, a 60% chance of spawning a piglin. So that's why they seem a little bit random at times, but the piglin bastions are special because they spawn on exact blocks every time, and they will never despawn regardless of your render distance. So if your bastion is in Soul Sand, though, you can get other mobs to spawn in there. You can get gas skeletons or something like that. And if your bastion is in Crimson, you can also get regular piglins to spawn there. So it can kind of mess things up. But yeah, bastion piglins are special piglins. Yeah.
So you probably want to have Bastion and Crimson biome then to get even more piglins, right? If you ever need those. But it's not what's happening here. We have that Bastion in Soul Sand Valley, and we can see that Funderful is bad in the overworld. And Maljack was in the port room actually, but now he's also bad, and he's checking out that ruin portal.
Yeah, I really hope Funderful finds that ruin portal. It does change this seed from complete trash tier to at least somewhat playable, but it looks like he's focused on that one tree that's about 200 blocks away, which is the closest traditional wood source, but you don't necessarily need a traditional wood source in a mesa. You can technically just get 7 planks instead of 3 logs, and you'll have plenty of tools for the rest of the game, as long as you run into a Crimson in the Nether, which they will.
I have the feeling that we might see some very, very different routes here in this seed, since this is not something that I think no runner can prepare at home. I think this is a very, very unique situation, and for sure we're gonna see some differences in the routing parts that will be noticeable once the run starts. At the moment, the runners still have 2 minutes left, and Funderful is at the moment looking maybe for some hidden lava source. There's a lava pool actually that might be interesting for entering the Nether potentially. The problem is it's underwater though, and Maljack also found. No, he's in the Nether, right? Yeah, he's. I got confused for some moment. He's just checking his blind coordinates or his Nether travel coordinates.
Yeah, I think there's
Right.
one pretty well-intended stronghold, because it is by far easier to do Bastion first into Fortress. So yeah, it's a couple pearl throws from the Fortress, and actually you could pearl from the Bastion to the Blaze Spawner, to both Blaze Spawners, take out the blazes there, and then do 5 render distance and run to the Nether travel spot. and kill blazes along the way and actually get a really fast fortress split. So this, is kind of an experimental seed. They may hate this. It looks like Funderful, there's pain and agony on his face. His expression doesn't look pleased with this seed, but it is more experimental. I know these runners can handle it. I have confidence in them. So yeah, I'm curious to see how they take the overworld. I ran this seed and I actually did decently well in the overworld. But I've messed around with a lot of different strategies, and I've played Badland seeds before, and had to do these terrible things. I don't think any of these runners have played a Badland spawn in forever. So we will see.
Yeah, the runners might be a little bit annoyed, but yeah, I have huge respect for both of them, and also for Funderful, of course. And as we said this, the run just started. Funderful is right into the race, going for those sticks. Oh, there's some gravity going on, actually.
Wait, is he resetting already? Oh, no, he's resetting already. All right, Funderful, fed up with the seed in the first 5 seconds, gonna reset. Maljack heading towards the same routing that was...
the second reset.
Is he resetting again? What is he doing?
He did the same.
All right, forget the sticks this time. Forget the sticks. He's going to the trees. And Maljack taking the more intended route over towards even further deeper into the Badlands, trying to get just whatever wood he can into this ruined portal spawn. I don't even think Funderful saw this. This is the hidden gem of this seed, and Maljack spotted it right away, and he's going straight for it.
But I've seen Funderful doing some spectacular things during his speedrunning career, especially in Minecraft, and I believe that he will find his way into a nether, and maybe even to the end. We will see.
Is Maljack gonna do it? He is. He's going for the surface exposed, the same mineshaft that was intended. It is painful getting these initial 7 planks, but honestly, not that bad. I'm very impressed of the creativity. I like to see it. I like to see the 2 different routes as well, because while Maljack is taking the more painful Badlands-centric route, Funderful is going to take the long trek over to much greener pastures and have an easier, more standard route. So I love to see which one's going to come out on top.
Yeah, at the moment, I totally agree. I would say that Maljack has a little edge here, because he is getting the sources directly close where he spawns. And now, for my surprise, I also see Funderful inside the mineshaft, but he is leaving it immediately. I think he got something from a chest, the golden apple or something, and he's now in the sea, going for shipwreck potentially, right?
Yeah, I think he spotted a far buried treasure next to a bunch of wood, and Maljack actually also getting a boat. I think he's also leaving the Badlands for greener pastures. He did mine a substantial amount of that mineshaft, which he didn't really have to for this wood source. There is Crimson. I kind of expected runners would just get their basic materials, go straight into Nether, and 160 Nethers nowadays pretty much have everything you need. So if that Crimson spawn gets you wood and food if you need it.
I mean, nowadays you can even set your spawn in Nether if you want. It's something unthought of in the past. But yeah, there's a lot of resources you can get there. And Maljack got some wood, but now he decided that's good enough. He is on his way to a lava pool, I believe, that he spotted earlier. And he's gonna... Oh, is that the monument? Please don't get dunked. Please do not get dunked.
Did not know there's a monument here, to be honest.
Oh no. The second monument seed, T-Weg.
Wow.
You're trolling the runners. I thought there was only one monument seed per run.
You could do it. Yeah, next to that ruined portal, there is a small cave with a lava pool, with coal and iron you could smelt for a bucket, and there is gravel right there, and there's water, right on the ruined portal. So I expect a Maljack to just stay at that ruined portal and go immediately into Nether. Just smelt some stuff. I mean, he's got basic tools, but taking the far journey over here to probably a buried treasure.
Probably. Is it 9-9? If it, yep. It looks like there might be. Wait, it's very small. I need to increase my. Wait a minute. What numbers do I see on the screen? I see a 9 and I see a 9. So there is indeed a treasure hidden with some items. He gets the emeralds. 1.15 strats, but
Throw those in the
throwing
ocean.
them away. No village nearby. No igloo that you can potentially use. And he's going to the second ruin portal that we mentioned earlier.
Yeah, Funderful just getting a quick shipwreck with all the iron he needs and getting into Nether at about the 5-minute mark. I mean, honestly, like 2.5 minutes of running. So, you know, would have been just a normal 2.5 entry with a good seed, but just having to trek away from that Badlands, taking that route into Nether first, which is interesting. Maljack still taking plenty of time mining the gold there. Why not?
Yeah, Funderful in the Bastion, La Bastion, without any armor. Already some piglins are trying to target him. Speedrunner versus hunters for sure. Now entering the Bastion from the side. This beautiful bridge. There's some more piglins. One piglin shooting him. If he gets shot, he might die there.
Actually,
he's falling.
Eating the enchanted golden apple that he got must have been from a rune portal that I didn't notice. Maybe, yeah, it had to have been rune portal. And Maljack getting the weird spawn from the second rune portal onto the blaze spawner, completely unintended. Did not think these runners would take this route at all, but hey, there you go. And so, yeah, I agree with Funderful eating the enchanted golden apple now because you're going to get fire resistance for the blazes. So you don't need it for that. So you might as well just tank some shots now and eat it early in case you fall. So good decision from him.
Also good decision by Maljack, who decided to craft ash shields to hide themselves from the shots from the blazes, and is currently working on killing them for the rots. He's doing Fortress first. We have here now a traditional fight between Fortress or Bastion first, and it's gonna be very, very, very interesting to see which route is gonna win this. At the moment, it's difficult to say though who's winning. We can say though at the moment that Funderful entered first, and normally the player who enters first has a little edge here, but since this is such a very special overworld, maybe the advantage is not that much. What do you think, T-Wake?
Yeah, I mean, the difference here is food. Maljack entered maybe a minute later in the Nether, but Maljack has, I think, a golden apple and 5 gold carrots, whereas Funderful, I think, just has a golden apple and an enchanted golden apple. I think 100% of the food in this run is going to be golden food. That's what it's looking up to be, which is not at all what I ever thought was going to happen. But yeah, Funderful making quick work, and the huge advantage he has is the spawner is a quick 1 or 2 pearl throws away, and so Funderful can actually just immediately pearl from the Bastion over to the spawners, kill a couple of those blazes. If he wants to do 5 render distance, he can trek through the soul sand to the Nether travel spots and do that as well. So Funderful has a lot of options, whereas Maljack still has to get these blazes, doing the blaze dance to get him to spawn, and then he's got to awkwardly get over to this Bastion without ender pearls.
And it seems like Funderful to
he has
be
bread.
is
Dang.
done with
Funderful has bread.
Yeah, he got it from the mineshaft, I think. Some bread.
Yes.
And he is now going to the fortress. 3 blazes already there. We have seen none of the runners changing the render distance to 5 RD. They are just going with the distance that they currently possess. And one player leaving the bastion going to the fortress, and the other player leaving the fortress and going to the bastion.
Mm-hmm.
And again, it's almost impossible to me, at least, or for me to say who is ahead here right now.
Yeah, I think Funderful entering his structure a bit sooner, but it kind of comes down to, I think they're going to different strongholds, so it's going to depend on the ease of getting to that nether travel location and how many eyes. How many eyes are in both? Because how many blaze? I think Maljack had to get 6 blaze rods. It's possible Funderful needs a different amount.
That could be pretty much the case. We do see actually the runners get most of the golds. I think they only are guaranteed to get all the items if they get the complete set of gold blocks that you can see there from the bridge. I think that was what I remember from the educational video that the runners got before the tournament. But Maljack leaving 2 blocks there. Maybe he got some gold somewhere else, or he's just high rolling it. He's gonna drop that gold and see what he's getting. Oh no, he fell in that hole, but
he's okay.
He's fine. Yeah.
Always scary to see, but yeah, Maljack setting up. He did get those 2 gold blocks from the rune portal in the overworld, so he has extra. A lot of piglins here. And I think the stronghold, they're going to different ones, but I think they're about equidistant from their structures. So this is going to be very close. I don't know about you, but I think a lot of people and runners really like these like sub 10, just FSG really fast seeds. But this is the most interesting. This is the most interesting seed I've seen in the entire tournament so far. Just runners taking completely wacky different routes and still on great pace, honestly. Gonna be leaving probably sub 12 Funderful here.
I am totally on your side. I like the fancy stuff, as I said. I like seeing people struggle through random situations and trying to find the best decision for every situation that they encounter. And as I predicted, we have seen very, very different routes here from each runner. And it is very nice to see that even though the routes have been so different, both runners are on very spectacular runs right now. And Funderful is actually now blinding. He is leaving the nether and is going to be able to enter the strongholds very, very soon.
Okay, in a cave. Looks like he knows what he's doing, and he's just going to do a hunger reset before entering the end. You don't really need much food or hunger to do... Does he have enough pearls? Oh, he doesn't. He's going to have to gravel kill himself. He was wasting too many pearls. I mean, a good idea to hunger reset right before you get into the end. That's the time to do it. But, I wonder if he used too many pearls. Very nice thinking using gravel to do a hunger reset though instead of the pearls.
Do so as well. It's a 2i. He should be fine. Nice. And yeah, for one moment I thought we would see a safety bet in this tournament, but no, that was only for the saturation. And now Funderful is entering the end. He's ahead. If he gets the purge earlier, he takes this home and wins this match, doing an amazing comeback, having been the player who got the first L in this match, but now he can actually win this.
Yeah, Maljack looking close behind. Maljack is close to the lava floor, so it's very likely he's going to spawn inside that end portal room and be maybe 30-40 seconds behind Funderful. Neither runner taking bow and arrow. You kind of hate to see it, but it is going to come down to the wire. Funderful does have an advantage. The dragon is already in normal phase, whereas Maljack, it still has to move around a bit before it can perch. It's this is crazy that it came down so close. Neither runner dying. Funderful actually resetting choice at the start of the match and still getting there first. Oh, Funderful has bow. He doesn't want to do it again. Yeah, bow and arrow. There's an art to 116 bow and arrow strats.
Yeah, we have seen Funderful's dragon shooting Funderful once, so the dragon was in the attacking state at least for a little bit, and now he's waiting for the dragon to cycle on the right side, but it seems like the dragon is not cooperative here. She is just flying around to the wrong side, and now she's going to the right spot, and there we go. We have a perch for Funderful.
All right, let's see if he can clutch it out with 4 beds. That dragon is so low, he's gonna have to trigger one early. He's wasting 1 bed to get the correct height. The rest 3 did decent damage. He needs... Oh no, could he have made respawn anchors? Oh, tragedy strikes Funderful. The dragon's height did not let him get that 4 bed. I don't even think it was possible, and he's gonna have to resort to bow and arrow.
And from my experience, the dragon will be able to get most of the health back. It's very, very difficult to shoot all the towers before the dragon heals, but Funderful is doing a very nice job here, I have to say. But of course, Maljack, if he gets the perch right now, he should get a shot to get this match, and he dies. Funderful dies, unfortunately.
Didn't have any food. And there's a perch for Maljack. Can he make it in time? Triggers the first bed just to get the correct height. The next beds look really good. This could be an easy 5 bed. And it is. Oh my god, that was the most intense ending. This match was insane. This was the coolest match ever. I feel so bad for Funderful, but GG. Wow.
GG.
Wow, it's on Death from the Runners.
But that was
all right. Welcome back, gentlemen. Congratulations to Maljack. God, every match of you guys today has been tragic and just incredibly epic at the very end.
Oh gosh, what was this one? Was it close at the end?
Funderful actually had a perch maybe 30 seconds before you.
Oh, wow.
Entered end 20 seconds before you, but
Yeah.
The dragon's height, he only had 4 beds, and the dragon's height was terrible.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Just terrible.
I had to like pre-bet it to
get it to the right height afterwards. Oh man.
But what I didn't realize was I had glowstone for anchors. But at the time I only had 3 glowstone, not 64. It was too late already though. I screwed up there.
GG's.
Yeah,
Did
I
really
can see
close games.
Yeah.
3 super close games, and hope they were enjoyable to watch for the chat as well. Thank you.
Yeah, chat was really loving this seed. I'm curious what your guys' opinions.
Oh
on
my
this
god,
one
I
were.
actually liked it. I'm not sure about Fundel's opinion, but I really enjoyed this seed. It's really fun to, at least I find this really interesting to find little niche ways. And how did you get wood at the start, Funderful? Did you go to that tree?
I went to that one tree.
Yeah. I feel like that was way faster. I went to this like little one of the little mine shafts. It spent ages getting all the individual planks. Wouldn't recommend it. I think the tree was faster.
Oh, yeah. One thing you're probably wondering why I kept resetting at the start was because I did not want to take damage. That was goal number 1. Don't take damage, because food was a big issue.
Yes.
The sticks I broke at the start made me fall into some cave of some sort. So that's damage.
No way, like in one of the ravines when there's sand. Oh, that is crazy.
Yeah.
Oh man. GG's though. Thanks so much, T-Wag and Redovan. Thanks so much for commenting and taking the time out. As well for chat for being here. Thanks so much. Thanks so much for watching.
For sure. That was fun.
Yeah, thank you guys for playing. The chat loved that one. You took very different routes. Actually, one of you doing Fortress first and the other doing Bastion first was super cool. So
oh wow.
Yeah. Different strongholds. Very interesting. So thank you guys. Okay. We love the match. Was super cool. So Maljack will take this one 2-1. And yeah, chat, we will be back tomorrow. About 24 hours minus 1 hour and 20 minutes. For Nerdy versus Pizza Hut. That'll be a sick one. So yeah, we'll take it to intermission. And are you still streaming, Maljack?
I won't be. I've got to go, unfortunately.
Funderful, are you streaming for a bit?
I won't be either, actually.
Okay, that's fair. I will choose someone to raid. We'll throw it to intermission so you guys can see the scores, and we'll be back tomorrow. Okay, bye everyone. Bye chat.
Bye chat. Bye bye. GG's.